Welcome, dear friends. Let me share something with you. I wasn't born speaking English. In fact, I faced a lot of struggles along the way. I remember how intimidating it was to say even a few simple sentences. My grammar was all over the place. My pronunciation was embarrassing, and people would laugh. I thought maybe I wasn't cut out for English. But here's the good news. I didn't give up. Today, I speak English fluently, confidently, and without fear. I'm here to tell you that you can do it too. You don't need to live in an English speaking country, attend expensive classes, or start young. All you need is a clear goal, a learning strategy, and the determination to keep going. In this lesson, I'll guide you step by step through how I learned English. By the end of this journey, you'll feel more confident, prepared, and motivated to take your English to the next level. Why learn English? Let's begin with a simple question. Why do you want to learn English? Is it to advance your career, travel with ease, make new friends, or simply enjoy the beauty of the language? Whatever your reason, remember this. English is the language of opportunity. English opens doors professionally, socially, and even online. It's spoken globally, used in business, and dominates the internet. By learning English, you're unlocking a world of possibilities. So, whenever you feel discouraged, remind yourself of the incredible opportunities waiting for you on the other side of fluency. My struggles and first steps. When I started, I felt completely lost. I didn't know where to begin, and I was terrified of making mistakes. Speaking in front of others was a nightmare. But one day, I made a decision. Enough is enough. I told myself that perfection isn't the goal, progress is. Here's how I began my journey. 1. Listening like babies. The first step to learning any language is listening. At first, I watched cartoons and children's shows in English because they use simple language. I also listened to music, even if I didn't understand all the words. Over time, the sounds and rhythms started making sense. Try this. Find a simple English story or video. Don't worry about understanding every word. Just focus on the sounds and how the words flow. The more you listen, the more familiar the language will become. 2. Reading was daunting at first. I opened books and felt overwhelmed by all the unfamiliar words. Then I switched to children's books and short articles on topics I loved. If I didn't understand a word, I wrote it down, looked up the meaning, and practiced using it. Here's a tip. Start small. Read something you enjoy like recipes, short stories, or even comic strips. Make it fun and stress-free. 3. Speaking was my biggest fear. I worried about sounding silly or making mistakes. But then I realized mistakes are part of learning. I began by speaking to myself in front of a mirror. I'd practice simple sentences like, "Good morning, how are you today?" Or, "What are my plans for today?" Try it yourself. Stand in front of a mirror and talk. Start small, and don't be afraid to sound silly. It's all part of the process. For pronunciation practice, one fun exercise I used was tongue twisters. They help me pronounce words clearly and quickly. Start with simple ones like, "She sells seashells by the seashore," and gradually try more challenging ones. Hashtag your homework before we move to the next part. Here are 3 tasks for you. Listen to a short video or audio clip in English. Read a simple story or article and write down 3 new words. Talk to yourself in English for 5 minutes. Remember, progress happens one small step at a time. Part 2. Speaking like a native. Congratulations. You've made great progress. Now let's focus on speaking naturally and handling real conversations. Hashtag how to sound more natural. When I first spoke English, I sounded robotic. My sentences were too formal and lacked emotion. For example, I'd say, "Hello, how are you?" "I am fine." While correct, it didn't feel natural. Here's how I fixed it. 1. Use contractions instead of saying, "I am going to the store." Try, "I'm going to the store." Small changes like this make your speech sound more relaxed and natural. 2. Add emotion. Don't just say the words, feel them. Instead of saying, "That's amazing," with no emotion, say it with excitement. "Wow, that's amazing." 3. Learn casual phrases. Native speakers often use phrases like, "What's up?" instead of "How are you?" Start incorporating casual expressions into your conversations. Hashtag asking better questions. Conversations thrive on good questions. Instead of asking, "Do you like coffee?" try, "What's your favorite drink?" Follow up their answer with interest, like, "Oh, that's interesting. What do you like about it?" Hashtag handling mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes, even native speakers. The key is to embrace them. If you make a mistake, laugh it off, correct yourself, and move on. Remember, the goal is communication, not perfection. Part 3. Advanced tips for fluency. You're doing amazing. Let's take it to the next level with these advanced strategies. 1. Shadowing technique. Listen to a native speaker and repeat what they say, matching their tone, speed, and rhythm. Record yourself and compare. 2. Expand vocabulary with collocations. Learn words in pairs or phrases. For example, instead of just happy, learn over the moon for extreme happiness. 3. Practice with accents. Expose yourself to different English accents, American, British, Australian, and learn their unique expressions. For thinking English, stop translating in your head. Start naming objects around you in English, planning your day in English, and even reviewing your day in English before bed. Final words of encouragement. Learning English is a journey, not a race. Celebrate every small win, whether it's learning a new word, having a short conversation, or understanding a movie without subtitles. You're building a strong foundation brick by brick, and I promise your hard work will pay off. Believe in yourself, stay consistent, and never stop learning. You got this. Keep practicing, and remember, I'm cheering for you every step of the way.